Hello and welcome to this super exciting preview call with myself, Amie Sharratt, the spiritual stylist, and the beautiful Alison Harpin from the Beauty Cabin. I haven't done a Google Hangout for, I don't know, maybe a few months now, so I'm really sorry about that you guys haven't been able to catch up with me. But I've been really busy. I've had got a part-time job now as well as doing this. And this is my holiday with Alison. I've gone to stay with Alison, who lives down in Haywards Heath. For a few reasons. One, because she's an amazing friend of mine, and two, because we have decided to host a retreat together in October. And it's become a little bit of like a labour of love, I think, hasn't it? Like,
yes and no. It's kind of, some things have fallen into place really easily, other things have taken a little bit longer, but we're still on track.
Well, yeah, we think we're on track. The weeks are like really just like ticking by now. We had like a meeting yesterday, cake in a cafe, in a coffee, as you do.
Cake.
And we were like, oh God, we've only got like 9 weeks to go, so we are freaking out a little bit. But today, really, the point of this call is that we just want to introduce to you our retreat, which is the Revive retreat, and it's all about reawakening your inner power. And for us, it's something that's really powerful. It's really personal to us, and it really means a lot to us. That's kind of like a little bit of our journey, isn't it? How we've gone on that journey of reawakening our own inner power. And that's why we're so passionate about this retreat. And we're just going to run through kind of what we're doing, why we're doing it, why it's so important to us. It's going to be time for Q&A at the end. If you're joining us live on the call, then just let us know that you're here, and then you can ask us some questions in a little bit. If you're watching the recording and you think, oh, I really felt like I need to know a little bit more, then please do not hesitate to send us an email, hunt us down on Facebook and get in touch with us. So I'm going to give a little bit of introduction to myself and what I do, and then Alison is going to get a little bit of an intro into what she does, and then we're going to talk about how we met and how we've become such amazing friends over the last year. We've only known each other about a year, which is pretty amazing.
Wow.
But for those of you that know me, and those of you that are new to my list, I am a spiritual stylist, and my business is all about helping women feel confident from the inside to the outside. I work with women on a mind, soul and body level to help them get confident with who they are first, and then to be able to express that in the way that they represent themselves and their business, their personal branding in their business. And when I talk about personal branding, I'm not talking about how pretty your website is or how amazing your business cards are. It's how you are representing your business, because at the end of the day, first thing people see of your business is you. So whether that's at networking events, whether it's your profile picture on Facebook, whatever it is, you are the first reference point to what your business is, what you do, and how you're representing that. And how I became the spiritual stylist is really about my awakening my inner power, which is why our retreat has got that name. I relaunched this January as the spiritual stylist, and before that I was working, well, I was trying to work in my own unique way as a stylist to help women just know who they are and know what they want to wear, what to buy when they go shopping, and how to feel really confident in how they're representing themselves and expressing themselves. But something just wasn't clicking for me, and I was finding that it just wasn't falling into place. I'd paid for business coaches, I'd done work with probably 2 or 3 different coaches, and although the information that they gave me was amazing, there still was a lot of stuff that wasn't quite gelling and wasn't quite working. And it was about this time last year, wasn't it, that I moved. I used to live down here and I moved back up to Midlands. And I needed to take some time out. What I what I was recognising in myself was there was that feeling of kind of like stones grinding together, like it just wasn't gelling, it wasn't working, and I was feeling really frustrated, I was feeling quite stuck, and I just didn't know what to do because I'd been pushing myself and my business for such a long time that it still wasn't working. And I thought, well, what else is there left to do? Do I invest more money with another coach? And things just worked quite perfectly as they do, as in my body literally just gave up and I couldn't function in my business, I could barely function in life. I was really quite struggling to get out of bed. And I just took some time out because I knew, well, I just couldn't do what I knew I needed to do in order to get my business to work. I took some time out, and that time was a good sort of 6 months last year. And during that time I was journaling, I was meditating, I spent a lot of time going within and finding out what was feeling misaligned and where I needed to do the inner work. And that, I'm not sure, it was quite difficult in order to go through that, because there's that side of me that was like, right, you need to be making money, you know, your business needs to be doing this, it needs to be doing that, otherwise it's not a business. But things were coming to me through my meditation, through my time out, through my journaling, and I knew that if I needed to go to a deeper level to feel more confident, to feel more aligned, then so did the women that I was working with, so did my clients. And this is how the working on a mind, soul and body level was born. The spiritual stylist, the name spiritual stylist, actually came to me in a meditation. That is not a lie or a joke, it actually came to me in a meditation. I remember coming out and I was like, I need a pen and a paper quick to write it down. And since then, things have dramatically changed in my life. For those of you that know me and follow me, you read my blog, you check out my Google Hangouts, you'll know that I went through quite a dramatic breakup back at the end of January, and that has changed my life. During that time, I've gone even deeper into myself, become even more confident about who I am and how I want to work with women. That my business it's going at its own beautiful little pace, and it's blossoming. So I'm getting clients in now, doing my own speaking gigs. Alison and I are hosting this retreat, and the things that I've been wanting to do for the last 2 years are now starting to come in. And for me, it's all perfect divine timing, you know, that relationship had to come to an end, that I had to go through that period in my life to take time out to reevaluate, to reorganise what I'm doing and where I want to go with things. And so I think what I've realised is, in order to move forward, you have to stop pushing yourself. You just have to kind of accept where you are and allow things to just naturally progress. And, you know, what month are we in now? It's August. So it's 8 months into the year. My business this year is completely different to how it was last year. And it's more fun because you kind of like take the pressure off. So that's me. That was a little bit of a longer rant than I normally do. Sorry.
She might let me speak in a minute.
I'm normally really brief with my introduction. But yeah, okay, go on.
Okay.
Your turn.
Thanks. So, my name's Alison, in case you forgot, because I only spoke so much. And I own the Beauty Cabin. And it took me quite a long time to get to the stage of running my own business. I've been in the industry for about over 10 years now, and I've worked in spas before, I've worked in salons, and there was always this little niggle inside me going, you're not providing your clients with a good enough treatment. It's got to be better, it's got to be better, there's got to be a better way than this, there's got to be less stress, there's got to be, you know, they don't need to worry about the parking, they don't need to worry about seeing the receptionist with their fake tan on, they don't need to, you know, all those things. And I just wanted to take my clients that much deeper in their time. Their time is so important to me, and they're giving me that time to help them relax. And if I don't give them the best treatment I can possibly give them, that didn't sit very well with me. If the environment wasn't right, I felt that I hadn't done my best. And I thought, okay, well, how can I make this better? And it really just wouldn't go away that I wanted to have my own business. And there were various factors which were always pushing against me, saying, don't take that risk, don't do it, just stay how you are, stay small. And it just wouldn't go away. It was a pure desire to provide these sorts of treatments to people in a private setting, where they really feel safe and they're not vulnerable and they can fully relax and immerse themselves into a treatment and repair what might be hurting them in their lives, or the stress of your work, etc., etc. So now I give my clients treatments in the beauty cabin, which is my business, and it's constantly evolving. I've just got a new treatment couch, which everybody seems to be loving, and they fall asleep like that, which is what I like. I love to hear the sound of like gentle snoring. I really like that. Anything that will make my clients feel relaxed. I want to create that space for them because it's so important to make sure that you do relax. And that's it, really, I think. Relaxing. That's what I like you to do.
How have you reawakened your inner power? Give us a little bit of
Okay,
so obviously I know you very, very well,
yeah,
and I know how your inner power's been reawakened.
So for a long time, working for other people and various other things in my life were keeping me small. I spoke a little bit about it before, but keeping me small. And that desire inside just, like I said, would not go away. So, having listened to that and known it's not going away, I didn't really know anything about, I didn't really feel like there was anything wrong with me as such, which there isn't. If you feel like that, there isn't nothing wrong with you. But I didn't feel like I needed to seek any sort of help. But I was lucky enough to be surrounded by people that could see it. And I have had various coaching over the last few years to help me become so much more confident, so much more able to have my own business, to feel powerful and able to make changes in the world, to make changes just locally. I feel so much happier, and I have, from where I started my journey, in such a short space of time, I've turned my life around, and in terms of how I feel, it's a lot more true to who I am, and it sits a whole lot better with me now, not living my life how other people want me to live it. That's what I think a lot of people fear, is going against the grain and not being themselves, because they're worried about what other people think. They're worried about taking it. And if you can just have the courage, a tiny bit of courage to change things, to take that first step, life can be so different and so much more amazing than probably you ever expected. It's not just the school run and the 9 to 5 and the normal things in life that you have to do. You don't have to do those things. You can have a lot more than that. We do, and that's something that we want to help you with, really. If you are feeling that sort of stuck feeling and you don't really know what to do next, and you feel like you're a bit lost, or you're just not satisfied with what life is providing you with now, yeah.
So Alison and I met at Winning Women in Brighton last year.
Hi, Winning Women people, if you're watching, by the way, we love you.
I think we've been friends for about not quite 18 months yet, or something like that. I think we met like early-ish last year, didn't we? And it was an immediate connection. And I remember we then met in Brighton in a cafe for like breakfast and I don't know, coffee or probably herbal tea.
Yeah, we love that. Yeah.
Nice. And we sat there and we were talking about how our businesses worked together, how we could possibly do some stuff together. And at the time, I was just kind of like rolling out like a 3-month program, and I wanted to bring Alison in to work on makeup. With Alison, it's not just about like beauty therapy treatments like wax and stuff. But Alison is amazing when it comes to makeup. She's got all these amazing little tricks that up her sleeve that she's like, do this and do that and do that, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, thanks. So we literally make like the ultimate team when it comes to what you wear, how you look, your confidence, your makeup, and how you feel about yourself. We are literally like the ultimate team. So when we go out on a night out, it's pretty amazing because I've done the clothes and styling, and Alison's done all the makeup. It's brilliant, and nails and everything else. So we spent some time chatting about what we could do together. And I think at that time I was going to get you involved with my 3-month program, but also that we were probably going to do some workshops together. But life happens as it does, and I had to move from South back up to the Midlands, mainly for financial reasons. And that's kind of when I went into my own world and having to retreat. And we didn't lose touch, but I kind of needed that space away. We didn't
lose touch, but I could tell Amie needed just a little bit of time. She knew I was still her friend. She'd call on me whenever she wanted, but she just needed that time to be at home with her daughter, just doing those things to get back on track. And you did. You had to retreat from it.
Yeah, I really did retreat. I think we didn't speak for a while. It was the odd Facebook message like, "How are you okay?" Yeah. And I think we caught up on Skype, didn't we, when I'd moved and things sort of settled down. And
it's one of those beautiful friendships that you don't have to be contacting each other all the time. Well, we do now.
We do every day, like 4 or 5 times a day. It's crazy. It's amazing we actually get anything done. If you look at our Facebook messages, it's just one after another. I can't believe we get anything done. But we kind of shelved things for a little bit, didn't we? And we're just kind of catching up as friends and speaking. And then I came back down south in December, and obviously we met up for the day, and we just spent the day together, didn't we, like lunch and stuff. It was really nice. And we were like, yeah, we know we're going to do something. We know it will happen. It will happen at the right time. And then about 2 months ago, we jumped on Skype, and Alison's like, oh, I feel we need to speak. Okay, we jumped on Skype. It was a Friday night call, so there was wine involved.
Oh, wine and cake. This is what makes the work around.
We were sitting there till I think it was like midnight or like 12:30, something ridiculous like that. Crazy. Like a 3-hour Skype session and like having a bath.
Feels like no time at all.
Yeah.
And in fact, it's hours.
3 hours, yeah. And then during that call, we decided, right, we're gonna do this retreat. And at the time, it was like, we didn't really know what that entailed, but we were like, right, we're going to do this retreat. And then we didn't really kind of speak about it for, it was like, oh, okay, well, you need to do this and you need to do that. We had each like little jobs to do. And it was like, okay, it's coming round. And then we couldn't find a venue, and we both, was it like literally like a week ago, we were like, right, we've got to find a venue because the weeks are just going by, and if we haven't got a venue, we can't promote it, we can't talk about it, we can't do anything. Both of us we did another Skype session with both of us searching for venues whilst we were on Skype, having another 3-hour conversation via Skype. Managed to find this most amazing, beautiful venue in West Sussex in Arran. which is not too far from where we are, not too far from Brighton as well. So it's brilliant if you're London-based. It's brilliant if you're South-based. If you're Midlands, it's you know, it's a good sort of like 3-hour journey, but it's definitely worth it. And if you are catching up on the replay, you need to check out the email that this link's come through and check out the pictures of the venue, because it is absolutely stunning. We were really pleased. It's right on the beach, like literally on the beach. It's amazing.
It's so beautiful. It's one of those sorts of spaces that as soon as you get into it, your mind just relaxes and you can easily get into doing any sort of work that you want to do, and any inner work, any relaxation work. When we're doing meditations, it's going to be perfect. The beach, you know, take a walk on the beach. I mean, when do you do stuff like that? Hopefully you do it, but if you don't, it's time to take a little bit of time for yourself to do those things.
Definitely. And I mean, like, we both are very connected and we've both got very similar reasons, but if, like, do you want to go first and talk about what your reasons are, and then
For doing the retreat?
yeah, why we wanted to do the
Again, it's about sort of, for me, it's the same sort of ethos as what I have in the beauty cabin, but it is taking it to a different venue where we can spend a bit longer with our clients to really help them go a little bit deeper, get that deep relaxation going on, nourishing their souls a little bit more, giving your body what it needs. So, like going on walks and things like that. Life is so fast-paced now that we find it really difficult to relax. And I know I keep saying relax, but it's something I'm so passionate about. And I feel like stress is just one of the worst things that you can feel. And it just sends your mind into a fuzz, and you can't work to your best ability. You can't be the best person you can be. You can't be the best parent. You can't make the best decision because your head is so full of the fast-paced life. And sometimes we have to just take a few moments to take stock of everything that's going on and listen to what your real desires are. And I just want to help people get to that stage so that they can start experiencing life the way that Amie and I are experiencing it. And it's only, you know, only gets better and better. I mean, we'll still continue on this journey, and we'll, you know, there'll be more retreats, there'll be, you know, but now we're in a place where we can really start to give back a little bit what we've learned, and really start to change some other lives, for the better. And I'm so grateful for where my life is now that I think I just want to make somebody else feel that great. And that's ultimately why I want to do it. I'm all about particularly women feeling empowered, and, you know, I run my own business. I still, you know, I take my daughter to school every day. I look like I'm juggling everything, and I am, but it is such a good way, and I'm so much happier than I have ever been, and I want everybody to feel this happy. I can't, it doesn't sit well with me that there are people out there that are really, really miserable and have nobody to help them.
All that sense of struggle and pushing. And obviously I've mentioned it before, but you know, where I got to in my business was literally just feeling like I was pushing a boulder up a hill. Like, why isn't this working? Why isn't this working? Why isn't this? Why aren't I making the money? Where are the clients? Why aren't they coming in? And the only way that I changed that was by stopping, letting go of that boulder, moving out of the way, and just going, okay, like, what have you got? Because I don't have the answers. I did. They were inside, but you can't hear them, and you don't take the time to shut up and listen to yourself. And for me, that's the most important. And we've both got very similar reasons for why we wanted to host the retreat. But for me, it's about women being able to stop, breathe, relax, and just know that they have got the answers inside them. They just need to go within and find them. And knowing that within every single one of us, whatever we desire, whatever we dream, whatever we want, it's achievable. It's there for us. It's there for our taking. For both of us, we've both had to take that time to go within, to stop, in order to move forward. And I think that's the whole purpose of the retreat, is that we are holding a space for women to come and just pause for a little bit, just go, okay, well, this is where I am, this is where I'd like to be, but get to grips with what might be preventing you from moving in that direction. And that doesn't mean that after 4 days it's going to just suddenly turn on a dime, but you've got tools in place that you take forward with you every single day in your life and in your business, that you take action on that and using those tools every single day. You can't not get to where you want to go. It's impossible to not get there if you've got those tools in place and that you've done that inner work. So I think for us, that's the reason why we wanted to do what we do, but just expand it a little bit and just really get into that space of allowing people to expand and just retreat a little bit into their own little quiet space.
And I think as well, not to dwell on it too much, it's important, but it's something that can improve, not less to do. But if you are the sort of person who's not listening to themselves and they're doing stuff for other people a lot, there'll be a lot of dissatisfaction going on. There'll be a lot of washing down your own emotions, which ultimately can only result in depression. And depression is about not being able to express who you are. And I know about this because I've had it, I've been there. And although, you know, they say depression never really goes away, I'm lucky that now I feel like it has. I can't really, I find it difficult to describe how I felt, but I know that I was just squashing all my feelings. I was doing everything for everybody else, and now I've done a little bit of listening to myself and stopping. I live a totally different life. It wasn't obviously a quick thing. It's taken me a while, but it's I feel like now I have those tools in place to make sure that I don't ever slip back into that way of being, really. I wasn't being myself at all, and although I thought people didn't notice, they did. I was a bit of a, I think probably a bit of a non-entity, really, because I was just not, there was nothing unique about me, because I was just doing everything for everybody else. And so
I mean, we've both experienced that, haven't we? And I think that's one of the reasons why Alison's experience is slightly different to mine, but that's one of the reasons why we connected, I think, on such a deep inner level, is that we have both experienced periods in our life where we have become what other people expected of us.
Yes. Yeah.
And we stopped being our natural selves. And then obviously, of course, you get a misalignment because you're showing up in a particular way on the outside, but your inside is like, what? This is not what horrible. Yeah. And you just have that horrible, just a horrible feeling inside that, like, is this my life? Like, what is going on? And this is how we've both, like, reclaimed our own power and feel like quite strong women. We're still going through, we still learn, we still have days where we're like, oh, I can't cope. We're both single mums, both running the business, both extremely busy. So of course we're going to have those days where we're just like, I can't do this, like this is insane.
When we do now, we know that we're not supporting ourselves enough, and that we need to take 5 and decide what the plan of action is to stop that overwhelm building up.
Yeah, definitely. And it is a feeling of overwhelm, definitely. But yeah, that's really something that for us, I think our journeys kind of became intertwined, and we've both had to walk away from people and remove ourselves from relationships that were damaging to us, and that we've had to say, do you know what, like I can't be in this because you're stifling who I am, you're killing my soul, and that's exactly how we both felt. But you know, it all happens beautifully. We didn't become friends until we'd kind of come out of that, and we're on the flip side of it, because this is the work that we're meant to do. If we'd have met then, you know, ready. No, we weren't ready, and because this is what we're meant to
Perfect divine timing.
It is always. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm just looking at my notes to make sure that we include everything in what we talk about. So we've talked a little bit about the transformation that we want you to take to leave with. Do you want to add something to that? Like what else do we really want people to be leaving with?
I want people to feel a lot lighter. I feel like they have a plan for any load that they've got to carry. I want them to feel they have got value in what they've learned. They've got tools to go forward.
Confidence.
And plan their have the confidence to do the things that they really desire. Whether it be starting their own business, hopefully we can inspire some people. And
just to live your truth, like
absolutely.
Whatever. But for me, one of the most important things is you've got to know what your truth is,
and finding that out is
one of the things that is that's really important for us. And the only time that you really know what your truth is when you take that time to start to journal.
You can't hear it otherwise.
No, you can't. You can't hear it because first of all you have your own mind, which I call ego, just kind of running you around in a circle, beating you up. But then you also have other people's coming in saying, oh, you know, if you did that, or you know, you've made a mistake there, and you have everybody else's stuff running around in your head, but you just can't see an option.
You can't even, when you hear what Amie calls ego, when it's your mind saying, oh, how are you late again? Or
that's your ego.
Yeah, that's what my ego says to me all the time, and it's horrible. So I now go, like, leave me alone, be nice to me, be kind. And it's amazing how much we really do have that negative chatter in our heads, and negative stuff, beating ourselves down all the time. So not only do other people do it, but we do it to ourselves, and that it can be so damaging, especially over a long period of years. And quite often it's things that you've learned. So sometimes I am late. So what? I try really hard not to be, and I really hope people think it's not rude. But I'm not going to do myself down over it anymore. I'm over it.
But it's about accepting that.
Yeah.
And also,
I'm not late in my treatments, by the way.
It's like having things in place that you like. So you know that first of all, you can tell that part of your ego to be quiet. You can either accept that, you know, okay, sometimes that's just kind of like you and how you are, and to not beat yourself up over it. But also, if it is something that you want to change, you've got the tools in place to change that, and that you can. It's just kind of like reprogramming the way that you think, the way that you operate, and the way that you work. And this is the whole point of our retreat. The transformation at the end of it is to know that whatever has been blocking you, you can work on that and you can remove it. So I'm just watching the time. We've got time for
Because we're chatterboxes.
in a way.
And we're very passionate, obviously.
So we've really talked on quite like an inner level, maybe a spiritual level, about what the retreat, the transformation is, and what our aim is with it. But like the practical elements of it are, we've told you where it is. It's for 3 nights, 4 days.
Thursday to Sunday.
In October, the 16th.
19th.
And the way it's going to look is we're going to arrive on Thursday, and it's going to be quite a relaxed evening.
Yeah. We want everybody to sort of be able to, if you're coming with a friend, great. If you're not, we want you to form friendships quite quickly so that you feel comfortable with everybody, so that you can really get the most out of your retreat. You can share with one another. You can listen to other people's points of view and decide where you sit on certain subjects. You can just make new connections with people and really, like we say, stop and appreciate that there are, you know, other people around who you could really form strong friendships with. And that will help you go through the whole of your retreat, because we feel more comfortable with one another. So that's important for us, isn't it? The first night, everybody's kind of bonded by the time.
And we're just going to have dinner, we'll have some bubbles. I don't mean bubbles in a bath, I mean like bubbles. And we're just going to sit around. We're going to, you know, kind of explore our home for the next few days, because it's so beautiful.
Settling in, aren't we? Really,
yeah, just really kind of gelling. There's space for a maximum of 6 ladies to join us on the retreat. Each bedroom has got its own bathroom as well. And this is something that was quite important to us, wasn't it? It's not about like high-end luxury, but it's about everybody feeling comfortable in their own space. And yeah, you know, having a little bit of, wow, this is quite nice, you know, getting into that space of,
we just want you to feel supported. So if you've got those nice little luxuries there,
yeah,
that you wouldn't necessarily, you know, that somebody else is not doing for you at home, then that just feels really nice.
Yeah, and whenever we go away, that's what we want. You know, we do want a little bit of extra, a little bit of luxury, and that is exactly what we've managed to find. It is pretty perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really, really gorgeous.
So
and the way that the couple of days are going to run with us, we're going to, all the food is going to be provided by us. We will be cooking for you, and so you don't have to worry about bringing extra money for food. We're not going to be kind of like going out for dinner or anything. It's all going to be prepared for you, breakfast, lunch and dinner. And we're going to do meditations and journaling in the morning. Are you doing like hand massages on Friday evening?
I think on the Friday evening, I'd like to get everybody feeling that relaxed vibe. So I'm going to go around and give everybody a little bit of a hand massage, just to get you in the vibe. Really.
Yeah,
get you
straight
receiving those lovely luxuries.
And then we're going to do like a workshop in the morning, which is going to be run by myself, and we're going to be talking about style, your image, how you want to represent yourself, your business if you run one, about that true expression of who you are and how you want to show up in the world. And yeah, there is a little bit of inner confidence to do there, but I will be giving you as much practical information and advice as I can, so that you can leave with practical tools that, you know, you can just kind of like refer back to as often as you like. And then we'll have lunch, and then the afternoon will be
treatment. There'll be massages on offer, facials on offer, and I really just want to set those things a little bit deeper, what Amie's spoken about, like what we've journaled about, etc., etc. Those things, I want to give yourself the time to just stop. And you can think about those things, but you can just not think about anything, and giving yourself the time to do that relaxation and to have those sorts of treatments will hopefully just give you
to kind of like absorb,
yes,
to absorb
it
what
will
you've been working on in the
give
morning.
you the time to take in what you're learning about yourself, and it will really sink deep and
kind of like
stay in a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely. And the way we're going to do the afternoons, it will be like one-to-one time. So you'll have a one-to-one session with myself, and then a one-to-one session with Alison. And those that don't get to do their one-to-ones on the Friday afternoon will get their chance on the Saturday afternoon. Those that aren't having a one-to-one session will have the time to just go and do what they want. You can have a walk along the beach. You can go and explore the local area. Just do what you want, even if that's go and sleep for 3 hours or 2 hours or whatever, then that's exactly what you can do, and everyone will get a chance to do that either the Friday or Saturday. One of the workshops that I will be running is about colours and how colour can empower you, and I operate my colours, the way I teach colours is quite on a spiritual level, so it's all about the chakras, how you can wear certain colours to empower your chakras, to empower situations that you might find yourself in. It's quite powerful. Every time I talk about it, it's something that everybody wants to know about. So there's going to be like practical advice given during that workshop as well. And then on the Sunday, in the morning, it will start the same, journaling meditation. Then didn't you say we're going to put like a plan in place?
Yes. So
like
everyone will sort of leave with me a little bit of a plan as to how they want to go forward, and it's really going to be tailored to you guys. We've got this sort of basic rough plan of how it's going to go, but you will guide us where you need to go. So if something comes up, somebody asks a question, there will be, it's that typical thing, there will be other people that are thinking the same. So it may deviate slightly, it may go in different directions. We can't be too specific because what happens to people is always different. So, but we're prepared for that, aren't we? We like that. We love that. We revel in it. But it's there's so many ways we can have so many people.
And I think that's one of the reasons why we wanted to do a retreat, because there's so many like one-day events, and they're amazing, and I've done my own, and you do get a lot from them. But the purpose of the retreat is that when stuff like that does come up, we haven't got to rush. We can carry the conversations on into the evening. You've got us there for everything that you need during that time. Nobody's in a rush. Nobody's got to go anywhere. Nobody's got to clock off. We're there in that space to deal with whatever comes up for you. But we've extended that time that we are working together with our clients for that purpose.
And also, I think, it's actually some training I did for a treatment called stone therapy, which is, it might just sound like a hot stone massage, but it's a little bit more than that. There is a little bit of energy work involved, there is a little bit of crystal work involved and things like that. And the training that I went on, they actually, although I've got my daughter, there was a landline there that people could use if there was a real true emergency. But the rest of the time, we had pretty much, I don't want to say the word ban, but technology was like off the table. We weren't really engaging in that. Whilst we're using technology now, and it's great for us to get our messages out there and things, it's something that we do need to shut off from to be able to really hear ourselves. So if you want to do that, that's fine. It's not something we've discussed about properly, firmly stipulated.
Briefly mentioned, that especially during meditations and treatments.
Yes, it needs to be off.
Because it's just a distraction.
It really is.
Like, we're exactly the same. You don't get the things done. You get completely distracted when your phone's buzzing, when your Facebook's pinging. Things don't get done.
Because those are the stressful things in life that are coming into you.
And we allow
there's an email, there's a text message, there's social media, there's all those things. And when you're trying to work on yourself, you can't have those kind of distractions, because it will just hinder your growth. You won't get the fulfillment that you need. It just won't go in. So if you want to do that, that would be great. We would like it if it was during the meditation and during the treatments, but the whole weekend, if you want to just switch your mobile off, that is totally fine, and we'd encourage that.
Yes. And we'll make sure that there's way of people getting. I think we've kind of like covered everything. I've got to the end of my list of things.
Okay. I hope that we've spoken to some of you, and some of your spirits have heard us, and realised that it's time for you to give yourself
to step into that space and commit. And if this is like something that you're kind of sitting there going, oh, I need to do this is speaking to me, like you're getting that excited, bubbling feeling in your stomach, that's your spirit saying to you, I need to do this. And we have put our heads together, and we just want to make this like so easy for people to come along and do. It's not about making thousands of pounds and us, suddenly just making a ridiculous amount of money. It's about helping people. We want to do our thing. We want to hold a space for women, and we've put together like a ridiculous, super duper special like early bird offer. So if you're watching this hangout and you are watching the replay, this offer is open to you guys only, those that have come into our world to watch this hangout that are on my list. This is open to you. It's a special price investment of $697, and all you need to do is secure your place by paying a deposit of £97 by Sunday, this Sunday, which is the what date it is? 17th
today. Hang on. It's the 15th today,
so
this is
the 17th. So by Sunday evening, all you need to do is secure your place and pay £97 deposit. Then it's just 2 further payments then of £300 before the event in October. But obviously, like if that's what you want to do and pay your deposit, then we'll be in touch then with the further payment details rather than confusing with lots of dates and stuff. I think that's everything, isn't it? If it's something that you think, oh, my mum would love, my sister, my friend, then that's amazing, and I would say that they could offer the same price, but you don't have to secure your place and pay the deposit by Sunday.
If it doesn't apply to you, there'll be somebody in your life that it applies to, and if you share that with them, they'll be so grateful. If it really is, something for you or for them, it's best. So we can't wait to post it.
Yeah, we're really excited.
Really, just
I think we're probably going to do another Google Hangout as well. We'll probably do like a little bit of an encore to this because it's August, so people are on holiday. Yeah. I'm just gonna. I don't think we've had anybody ask a question. No, that's fine. But again, if you are watching the recording and you think, oh, I've got a question, you haven't quite answered this, then don't hesitate to get in touch with us. Reply to the email. Find us on Facebook. There's going to be like this super easy payment link to pay your deposit within the email that we're sending this recording out in. So we're just not complicating it. We're making it really easy. We want you there. If this is something that's speaking to you, we want you there. I think we're going to be doing another one because everyone. There's lots of people away, lots of people on holiday. I'm on holiday. This is my holiday.
Maybe she's come to my house.
We're going to Brighton. We're going shopping now. So we're working and having loads of fun at the same time.
Well, that's what you can do.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got your own business.
Yeah.
Watch out, prices.
So a bit of a completely different like hangout. Like normally, I know that there's like content given, but maybe that's something we could do, and we'll sort of touch upon a bit more detail of content that's going to be given, because obviously I know what I normally do is quite content-based, and this is obviously really a little bit different. Anyway, we hope that you've enjoyed the call. Did you enjoy it? A bit less nervous.
I was so nervous.
She was so
it
nervous.
was my first one.
She was so nervous. She was like, I was like, it's fine, we'll wing it. She's like, you haven't written down what we're saying. It's fine, we'll just wing it. Don't worry. So
Well, you want to know us for real, so
yeah. So she's like, we'll kind of balance each other out, I think, because you're a bit more like you need everything down, and I'm a bit.
We'll
like,
try not to be this much giggly and excited and crazy when we're actually having treats. So everyone can calm down. I do have to
I don't know. Not that you got that on the birthday.
No.
Yeah, so if this speaks to you, then please get in touch. Again, if it's something that you think, you need to have a chat about the payments or something, get in touch. Don't just be like, oh, that's that, I can't do it. Get in touch with us, okay?
We can work things
out. And this is really important to us to hold this space. So, yeah, just pick up the phone, email us, whatever, just get in touch. We'll love to have a chat with you about it. And that's something that we could do anyway. If people need to know like a little bit more, we're more than happy to jump on a call with you and have a chat.
Absolutely, yeah.
That would be really, really good. Okay, so we're going to go and we're going to go shopping. Thanks, bye!